Hey, what's up with everybody? It's Greg Gray, Dope Living TV Live. Look, the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Look, a lot of stuff is going on out there, man. And I don't know. It seems like it's getting worse and worse. Things are happening on a daily basis. But sorry about that. Let's just remember, man, we have to pray. Then let it go. Don't try to manipulate the situation, all right? Don't or force the outcome. Just trust God to open the right doors at the right time, and it's going to happen. Okay, there's a lot of you guys out there that are doing some great things. I'm so proud of everyone too. So let's just do the things we have to do. Pray to God. Don't manipulate the outcome. Don't try to manipulate it because it's not going to work. Just trust Him. Let Him do His thing, and let go. All right. Having said that, been getting a lot of inboxes about us doing these relationship sessions. So thought I'd bring another one out. And relationships are not just about the married couples. It's just personal relationships. How do you react to certain things that are out there? But it always winds up coming back to the man and the woman. So look, today, there's a bunch of questions that could be asked, and I got some people to send me some questions. So, can love be faked? What was your first impression of each other? Marriage or a live-in relationship? Do you believe in sex before marriage? There's a whole lot of different subjects. So I just say, look, let's get it. So let's start off with what was this? Can love be faked? To me, and I got to say this too, I am not an expert on none of that. All right. I can tell you I've been married before. I'm not married now, but I'm not an expert on it. But what I can tell you is that I do know that love can be faked. It can be faked to a point where you're telling, because everybody spars with that. They want to be who's going to be the first one to say I love you, who's going to be the first one to break down and say I love you. It's more of a, sometimes you can feel that it's not going to be the right thing. You may say you love them, but in reality, you like them a lot, you respect them, all right, but certain things are not the way that you want them to be. Now, just because it's not like you want it to be, is it something that can be cultivated and grown? Yes, of course. But it has to be done by both sides. One is not the boss of the other. There's certain aspects and times, and I've noticed this myself. And again, I'm not an expert on any of this, but there's been times where the woman tries to be the boss. The man's not stepping up like he should or doing the things that she wants him to do. So she starts to get irritated. I'll call it irritated, and starts to be a little bit bossy. She wants to have things her way and doesn't tell you, she doesn't nurture you. She wants to be nurtured by you because you're not doing the things that she wants to do. So she tries to force the issue of making you like she wants to be. And that's not good. That's not good. It's counterproductive. So can you fake love? Yes, you absolutely positively can fake love. Is it good to fake love? It absolutely positively isn't. Somebody's going to get hurt. All right. And having said that, let's move on. And when the other people come on, when the other guys come on, we'll get their thoughts on the question too. So when you first met this person that you're involved with, relationship, even if it's a business relationship, work relationship, co-worker, anything. But when you first met this person, what was your first impression of them? And What is that same impression still felt? Have they continued to maintain that impression? I will be again the first. I'll be the scapegoat. I'll be the first one to say that. Hey, when I certain times when I was in relationships like that, certain times I started off. Yeah, I was that dude. Okay, but then as things started not going my way, which is wrong, I started trailing off. I started doing less and less. Um, Not that I couldn't do more, but it just got to a point where I'm feeling like if I'm not appreciated, why should I make you feel appreciated? Why would I do more when all you're doing is trying to emasculate me? All you're trying to do is tear me down. Everything is tear down. It's a way to say things. You can tell a person, well, this is how you are. This is what you do. This is what I don't like about it. Okay. But at the same time, there's something about you that person may not like as well. Be willing to accept that and say, okay, well, hey, it's possible, because it works both ways. Maybe what the one person does is a catalyst to make the other person act a certain way. But the bottom line is, if you don't talk about it, you don't communicate about it, it's done deal. It's no need to argue. Relationships, you shouldn't have to be an argument. It should be something that you can build, something that you can work on together. It's 50-50. Sometimes it's 70-30. Sometimes it's 60-40. That's what the song says. But once you get to that medium, and it's not going to be bed of roses all the time. Once you get to that medium, then you're feeling great. You're feeling great about her. You're feeling great about them. You're feeling great about yourself when you can just have a few days of comfort. But if someone is always coming at you, telling you you're not right, you don't do this, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that, okay, that's nagging. And once you get nagged to a certain point, you shut down, okay? On the other side, if you're not doing the same things, as I said, the first impression, if you're not doing the same things that you started with, then that's counterproductive as well. That sends another signal. All right. It may not be an intentional signal, but it sends another signal. Well, if you're not going to do this for me, I'm going to make it happen myself. All right. And then it gets to a point where you're the other person is feeling kind of different, because now you're doing some other things. All right. So now it's going to be a back and forth. Nobody wants to be in a back and forth. And once the back and forth gets to a point, both parties shut down. And once both parties shut down, what good is it? It's no good at all. So we want to make sure that we understand each other. What's up, Stacks? What's going on? And everybody that watches, hey, thank you guys again for always supporting Dope Living TV Live. Stacks the Realist, one of the best out there. Always out there doing it, handling a business. All right. And y'all should really check out, Stacks is not only a good lyricist, but hey, man, she's funny. I've seen some of her posts. She's funny. All right. But she's real. She's real. So Stacks, hey, man, shout out all day long. Name is appropriate. Stacks the Realist is appropriate. And you always got a place on this show, man. So we got you. All right. So that's the part about the impressions. Okay. Now, let's get back to the marriage thing, and hopefully one of the guys will come on soon, because again, I ain't married, so I don't know. But marriage or living together, what y'all call it, shacking up. Is it bad to shack up? Is it, sometimes people say, and again, I'm not an expert on the subject. I can only go by what I hear and what I see and what what I've done in the past. A lot of people say that in a marriage, sometimes you get married and once you get in there, it changes. Gina, I already sent you the link. It changes. So what do you do once that marriage changes? Just a second, y'all. Oh, wow. Maybe I didn't. What did I do? I'm sorry. It's live TV. Get over it. All right. But what do you do? Which do you prefer? Now, if you know you're in a marriage and you're dating beforehand, you may not live together, but you're dating beforehand, you're in the marriage, and bam, something goes wrong, and now you're stuck. You're in the marriage. You signed the papers. You said your vows before God. You're stuck. But think about it. If you're in a shagging up situation, honestly, you're supposed to respect that situation as well, just like a marriage. But you know, you do have the option. You can leave if everything is right is not right, and you know anybody can correct me if they want. But you can leave when everything is right, going your way. You can leave. When the arguments start ensuing, you can say I'm done, or walk away, come back the next day, 2-3 days. All right, as long as you know you're still paying your part of the rent, or the rent as a man is supposed to do, or the mortgage, whatever. But if I'm in a situation where we're living together and it's no guarantee that it's going to be longevity, I'm gonna bide my time. You know, you both still got the separate accounts. You're both still doing some things separate. Again, I don't know. I ain't married. She is. I'm gonna bide my time. You know, you both still got the separate accounts. Okay, see now I'm on delay now. Again, I don't know. I ain't married. That went off. She is. I'm gonna bide my time. You know.
What's going on here?
Got the separate accounts. Okay, see now I'm on delay. I'm hearing myself. Again. I don't know. I ain't married. That went off. She is. I'm gonna bide my time. You know.
What's going on here?
That's three of them now. That's three of them. Okay, log off and come back on. Just log off and come back on. That's all you got to do. Log off, come back on. You'll be all right. That's Gina Gatson, y'all, the author. And she's, yeah, excuse me for a second. Because if I don't do this, none of this going to go down. March order. Boy, I got a lot of email. I got 347 emails that I have not looked at. Got to get to them. All right, got to get to them. So before Gina comes on, you know, and that's my thing about live-in or marriage. Quite sure Ujimar come on here, and Gina's going to say a couple of things about it too. But sex before marriage. Do you sample before you make that commitment? Do you get the milk before the cow is ready? Morally, you're not supposed to. Let's keep it 100. Morally, you're not supposed to do that. But how many of us have in our time? Because the person that we're with, let's face it, 90% of the time, that's not the first person that we've been with. So you've done it. You've had sex before marriage, but is that right? And I know some people are going to say, Greg, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. But is that right? Gina?
There we go.
Got you. How you doing? First of all,
Good.
So I wanted to throw the relationship stuff back up again. Okay, I think we're healing. We're healing people. We're and again, I'm glad you came on when you did. I don't know nothing about that. I ain't married. I ain't got. But see, the relationships. What basically, it's not just a marriage relationship. It's not just a boyfriend girl relationship. It's life relationships. You know what I'm saying? That's out there too. But I asked the question. Let me see. Can love be fake and go back?
Of course.
See, that's what I said. See, I was right on that one. I got one, y'all.
I mean, you'll know though, because even if it's fake, when a situation comes up where you really need somebody, or you should be leaning on that person, they'll let you know if they're fake or not.
That's gonna show. It's definitely gonna show. That's so funny. It's so funny though. Y'all got to deal with all that stuff, okay? But I don't. Now, you've been with Robert for some time, right?
Yep.
What was your first impression of him, and is that still the same today?
Yeah, he hasn't changed. It's kind of weird because, like I've probably said this in several shows. I wasn't looking to date when I met him. So,
So you're looking for marriage?
was I looking for marriage?
Yeah.
No,
So you wasn't even trying
not
to.
at all.
You was trying to be single.
Yes, I mean, I never ever looked for marriage. I never looked for marriage. I know it takes a certain type of guy to deal with me. I know that, and I recognize that. And so my two husbands that I had previous, as I stated, one it ended in divorce. My other husband passed away. But 17 years, I knew that they were the one because they knew how to deal with me. I wouldn't date me. But I
So
think
wait a
it's
minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Don't just gloss past that. What is it about? So what, if I ask the same question to Robert, what would he say?
well, he would probably say, yeah, she got her ways, but I love her. That's what he'll say. I'm a very difficult person
Why?
because I've always been very independent
Okay.
all of my life. And so, one, it was difficult for me to be in a relationship where I had to kind of give them something. You know what I'm saying? Give them the opportunity to do for me. My
Mm-hmm.
beautician told me that I needed to step back and let your husband do those things for you. I'm like, I don't need you to do that. I got it. I can take care of this. And so it's and I think I know that I still have that in my personality, even though I kind of lean back a little bit and be like, okay, just let him do what he want to do, and it's okay.
Right.
But I still struggle with that though. I still struggle with it.
So you feel that you're the difficult one in this situation, or is it shared?
No, I am the difficult one. It's not shared.
Why? Why?
I don't know why. I think it's just a person's personality. You're gonna have people that are very strong-minded that they just it's I'm not dominant. I can say that. I'm not dominant in the relationship. I understand, there is a place for a man in a relationship and there is a place for a woman in a relationship. But I'm going to voice my opinion. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you the way I feel about it, and I'm going to be very blunt about it. I feel like I want people to be blunt with me. If it's something, don't sugarcoat anything because I'm not good at reading between the lines.
Mm. So
Don't pose anything to me in that way. If you feel a certain way, if there's something you want to tell me, tell it to me. Don't give me these, dance around and I got to figure it out.
So do you want to win all the time? So, for instance, say you've told me, well, you always doing this, you always doing that, okay, blah 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 blah, okay, and then I turn around and say, well, okay, that might be true, but you do this, you do that, do that, and you say, no, that ain't me. No, you're wrong. That ain't me. I don't do that. Can you take the criticism as much as you can dish it out?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I can take the criticism. But when it comes to criticism, I don't think that conversation you just had, I'm not
Mhm.
gonna have that conversation with you like that. It's not gonna be, well, you do this or well, you do that. No. Whatever problem it is, we need to talk about it like adults, not
Of
like
course.
two kindergartners,
Absolutely.
who did what. It's not always in a relationship who is in the wrong. And I have sucked up, I'm wrong and I didn't feel like I was wrong.
Hmm.
But to get past all of this, okay, you're right, I did. I apologize.
So, and once you get past it, does that delete it from your mind? Are you done?
You should be done. Yes. You should be done, because the moment you say to someone that you accept their apology, that should be it. It should never come back up again. Well, you did this, so da da da. And I'm gonna, I have done it.
Okay.
I have done it. I'm not gonna say that I'm perfect, but you shouldn't bring those things back up, because you're accepting someone's apology means that you forgive them for what they did, and it should be done with.
You should be done.
Now, that's why I don't always accept your apology, because we need to talk about this, and it's not just an I'm sorry type of relationship. We
Hmm.
need to sit down and talk about it and figure out, what to do so this don't happen again, or whatever the case may be. It's not always an I'm sorry.
Mm,
That's a band-aid.
I like that.
And
It's,
so, but Robert is not a talker. Robert does not, he will rather say, I'm sorry to stop the feud than to sit down and talk about it. So we clash in that way, because
okay.
I want to talk, and he may say, I don't want to talk about it. And I'm still trying to talk about it, but we need to talk about this. This is something we need to talk about, because if I don't talk about it, it's going to stay on my mind. And then probably a week or two from now, I'm going to
Mhm.
bring it back up, because we never came to a resolution.
Okay. So I see I learned something. That's good. I like that. Thank you. Thank you. So let's get on with some other juicier parts of a relationship. So you done met this guy or girl, and everything is clicking. Y'all say, hey, yeah, we can handle it. We can get together. Blah blah blah. Right. So, do you believe in sex before marriage?
Yeah. Now, is it right? No. No, I mean,
I didn't expect that from you.
but we do it. We know, you were raised in the church, that, fornicating is not what you're supposed to, but we do it, right?
We do it all night
All the
long.
time. But yeah, I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh no, no,
Right,
no. I'm
right.
doing it now. So, but
You didn't
you
told us
know,
all. You didn't told us all your little nasty secrets.
but you know what? I don't believe in that holier than thou. I don't believe that, people don't have problems. I don't care how much you go to church, how much you pray, how much you preach. We all have problems. There's no perfect person. And if your problem is fornicating, then, you pray and you ask God to help you deliver you out of that. If your problem is alcohol, whatever it is, he's not going to turn your back on you because of it. There's salvation. There is salvation,
Yeah,
so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things out here worldly that is I wouldn't dare do, that's being done. I wouldn't dare some of these things. I'm like, man, we've gotten to this, and
yeah.
it's okay. It's not okay.
It's not okay. But you know what? There's been instances, even in my storied past, where we were having sex before marriage, and then it gets to a point where, like, you know what? Oh, we got to stop. Let's just wait till we get married now.
Mhm.
We did it already. So it ain't like it's gonna be new when we get married. Okay, so no, we ain't gonna wait. All right, but she starves you anyway. I mean, that ain't right. I mean, he starves you anyway as well. That's, to me, that's not right. You've already done it. Okay, if anything we can do is we can pray together. You know, let's just pray on it and okay, we're human, as you said. We're gonna make mistakes, um, and we're gonna err. Should we continue to do it and pray every time we get done? You know, No, let's pray beforehand, and then no, I'm just talking.
No, stop.
But yeah, that's a touchy one, and I would hate to hear Ujimar's answer for that. I
You
would
know what he
really,
gonna say.
I would really hate to hear his answer for that. But
But you
I
know,
would,
people have different beliefs.
uh-huh.
You know, and people that feel like, you know what, I'm not going to have sex before we're married. I applaud them. I mean, that's good. That's the way we should be.
Yeah, who does that? Let's keep it 100. Who has done that? I don't know nobody. I don't know.
I still have friends that practice abstinence.
Okay, they practice.
Hmm.
Sometime in
There,
practice,
there,
you
there
get it.
are, there are, there are people out there, not just women, but there's men out there too. It exists.
It exists where?
Not in your world.
Not at all in my world. Okay, but I mean that's another story, and we'll
But one
keep.
thing I will say, I'm definitely not. Uh, I wouldn't with any. I have to feel that it's going to be a long-term relationship.
Hmm.
It's not. Let's try this out and see if this. I like this. No. That's just a mindset of mine because I can't really get into. I wouldn't be able to get into that person.
Hmm.
I have to feel like it's, you know, at some point going to lead to something. And so I don't do I don't do one night stands. I don't do, oh, I just met him and already 2 weeks in, we're in the bed knocking boots. No, because
Well, that's not normal.
no,
Damn.
no.
Well, I've met a lot of abnormal girls.
But you know what? And I don't know if the doctor would agree with me or not. But I've always felt like anyone that you sleep with, you're taking a part of them.
Hmm.
You're taking a part of them and you're taking it on and connecting in spirit. And sometimes those are bad spirits. And you don't want that. So I remember reading this book called, and it was a long time ago. I might have the title wrong. It was called Between the Sheets, and it was actually written by a pastor, and it talked about how uh, when you sleep with someone, what it does to your spirit, and what it does to you.
Hmm.
And and that just stuck with me. It was something that stayed with me for years and years. And I would look at a man and be like, yeah, I don't want that spirit on me. Nah. So I think again, it all depends on the person, your morals, your thoughts, how you feel about things. My opinion, how I think things should go is not the next person's. And it doesn't mean that I'm right about, my how I feel about something is the correct way or the way it should be done. Now you
Hmm.
get people who push their beliefs on you and that's how they feel. This is how I feel and you should do it this way. You should be this kind of person. And I think that's wrong.
Yeah, I agree. You know, we're individuals. Number one, and number two, we should be able to respect each other's individuality. And
Hmm.
if we can't respect that, then that's a true sign that it's not for you. You know,
Right.
I'm not going to let anybody, force me into being who they want me to be. Accept me for who I am right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So say that you're in love. You're truly in love, not faking it. It's the real thing. But now you're letting the love take you out of say you're an entrepreneur, want to be an entrepreneur. You're letting it take you out of your career. You're so in love that you forget that you were nourishing this, you were trying to do this and trying to do that. Can uh love take you out of your career?
Yeah. You know what? Some people lose themselves in love. And that's you have to be careful of that. You have to, it can happen and it can happen without you even knowing it. I never experienced that. Probably because of my personality. And like I said, I just have such a strong personality. I just never lost myself. Even though I was in love and in love with the person, I never lost myself. I would
Right.
always do things where I wouldn't. For instance, I may take a trip by myself, or I may go, hang out with the girls a weekend. I would always do something that kept me from being lost in love.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, I think people end up not being happy
Right.
because they're not doing the things that they want to do because they want to do it.
And they
They're do-
blame. The blame game starts now. Well, if I
Mhm.
hadn't have been with you, I
Yes.
could have been doing this, or I could have been doing that.
Think about men or even women that put their career on hold while they let their significant other go back to school or
Mm-hmm.
do this, get a job, and then when they leave, they find somebody else and they leave them, kick them to the curb. First thing they said, "Oh, I should never send her to school. I should never pay for her to go to school. Blah blah. I should have kept, doing what I was doing." You lost yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You lost yourself at that point because, yeah, you should. It's nothing wrong with putting a person first, but you can't lose your sight either.
Absolutely. So Jameer Sabaro asked the question, what do you do with a demeaning spouse?
Huh.
Yeah. Other than slap them around,
No, no,
hit them in the
no,
head with a shovel.
no. You know what? If there's some problems with that individual, they may need therapy. They may need to dig deep and find out what's the cause and what's the root, because they're taking whatever it is, they're taking it out on another person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to I'm just not going to allow that to happen to me in my life. I don't care. I was with my husband for 17 years and things weren't going right. They were just all going downhill. And we had 3 kids. And so, I had to look at the situation for what it was and I had to leave.
Yeah.
I'm just never going to subject myself to anything that I'm not happy with. Anything that I do is because I want to do it. And so, if that person is demeaning and nothing is changing, I always say this, and I raise my kids like this. If you're in a situation that you don't like, you make the change. You're the one who has to make the change. So at some point you got to make a change somewhere. If they're not making a change for better, then you got to make a change. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I agree totally. I mean, again, and you made up 2 great points. Don't lose yourself in love. Do what you got to do. I can't say this name here. Sneaky says, when I'm old enough, I'm going to grow my pubes out as long as they will grow so that I can just pluck them and save mad dollars on dental floss. Absolutely. I agree. That's that's a comment off of Twitch. Appreciate you, man. But yes, man, look, don't lose yourself in love and never get I keep saying the word emasculated. Never let somebody dictate to you. In a marriage, you can't be told what to do. It's a thing. It's a thing of talking at you and talking to you. Don't talk at me. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk at me. If you're talking at me, that means you're coming at me. You're going in and this and that and this and that, and you never want to hear what I have to say. You're talking over me when I talk, and you're never letting me express myself. So then I'm going to shut down. Okay, talk to me. We can have a good time. Okay, you have a great time, beautiful people. It was nice meeting you. It was nice meeting you.
You too, sneaker leaker leaker lee.
Going to the hills, yo. Hey, tell your Twitch friends to come on through, man. We can hang out. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get another question. So I think we touched on this money thing when we talked about the relationship. You guys did such a great job with the relationship, but I want to take it a little step further. This ain't got nothing to do with sleeping with Oprah or nothing like that, all right? But say you won the lottery. You won the lottery. Y'all didn't have relationship issues. You got little problems and this and that, but you won the lottery. Husband, your man, your woman didn't know that you were playing the lottery, but you won the lottery and you hit it big, $32 million. All right.
Ooh.
Are you going to share it with him? Are you going to tell him? Are you going to share it with him?
Yes, definitely. I would tell him. I mean, because it's my money. Whatever I do with it,
but you guys are in
it's my choice.
Guys are in a bad place.
What you mean a bad place? I'm never gonna be in a bad place.
Y'all been arguing for weeks.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I am not going to do that.
But playing devil's advocate, say for some of our viewers, they would. Okay. Would you share?
If I would share if it's somebody that I love and someone that I know that I'm going to be with. I'm not just going to share because, we've been having sex relationships and now,
Yeah.
But if it was Robert, yes, I would share with him.
Okay. Me, I'm the guy that ain't married. I'm the guy that's not married in the room. So
I'm not married.
If I had if I had this person and we arguing all the time and this and that, I'll break them off, because we've spent some time together. I'll break them off a little bit, but I don't want them to all of a sudden change just because I won the lottery. If you pissed off, you mad at me, stay mad at me. All right, be 100. Don't change up on me. Be 100, all right? And still be mad. I'm gonna break you off. Okay. I would appreciate it better if you continue to be angry and do you. Okay.
So that's payoff money.
No, because if they're saying, okay, well, thank you so much, I appreciate it, I'm gonna do better. No. I'm just giving you some loot because we spent some time together. I'm gonna help you out. I won 32 million. I'm gonna give you that $1,000.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not good. I'm just gonna give you some of my money because what? Because what?
I said 1,000.
I done caught the end of this. What's going on, y'all?
$1,000.
You lost me there. You lost me.
I'm gonna give him $1,000. $1,000. I got 32
you giving out $1,000 bills? Let me know
why. Why even $1,000?
Because I spent some time with that person.
Okay, what about the other people?
What other people
that you spent time with?
I'm talking about now. I didn't win the lottery when they was there.
But I don't understand even why. I don't get that either. If it's just a hi bye, let's go about the business.
No, we've been together. We've been kicking it for like 5-6 months. All right, everything was cool. We got into an argument a couple of weeks ago. She not changing up. Okay,
but you know what? 5 or 6 months, really, they not getting nothing.
Exactly, they're getting $1,000 out of my.
They ain't even getting $1,000.
Million.
I don't even understand why the 1,000. Just because? No.
Well,
I think Greg kind of hedging it off. So she gonna come at him something because especially if she done found out he won 32 million. Here, throw that $1,000. Here, take that. Shut up, please. Go.
I'm not. It ain't gonna hurt me, but it's more. And I hate to say it like this.
But you know what? It's not even the fact that it's not gonna hurt you. I don't see the reason behind it.
Jenny, you're gonna make me do the wrong thing, and now I'm gonna get all of these bad inboxes. Okay,
I don't see the reasoning behind it.
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, tell me why.
It's more of a slap in the face. You just won $32 million, and we've been there, and this is what you give me. Yes.
Somebody might be like, "Hey, at least I got $1,000 from them."
Okay.
I'm not giving you.
But again, Maurice. I'm
not giving you nothing.
I got 32 million.
You got 31 million and some change, 999,000.
No, Maurice. I don't. I don't understand the logic even for the $1,000.
It's the triumph. The triumph. Okay. It's a slap in the face.
I don't have to slap nobody in the face with some money.
So Gina, you got $20 on you. You got $20 on you. You trying to tell me that you ain't gonna get nobody $1 out of that $20?
Like I said, if there's a reason behind it, not just because, like I said, it sounds like payoff money to me.
Call it what you
I don't need to pay you off. Get the heck out of my face. I don't understand the reasoning for even giving $1,000.
Maybe I don't want to get them out of my face.
Okay, let me see if I got this right. Okay, you and the chick was kicking it for a minute, and you got pissed off, and
no, she got pissed off.
They arguing.
Okay, they're arguing. Next day you hit the lottery for 36 million or whatever, and you said, "Oh, here's $1,000." That what you saying?
Yes.
Oh no, she wouldn't have got $1,000.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
Once I got the whole story, no, I wouldn't.
No,
man, you didn't let Gina turn you sour.
No, I don't. I just don't see the.
Hey,
logic
once we done, we
it.
done.
Right, and you don't need to walk away with even $10.
I never said I was done. No.
Oh, okay. So what's $1,000 for?
Right.
Shut her up.
Oh, that's gonna make her mad if y'all gonna stay together.
Then that's good.
Especially if she know you got $37 million.
So you're creating a bad environment. You are creating a bad environment because you know that $1,000 is only going to make her madder. And so you want to stick around for stuff like that?
Yes.
No. I don't have room in my life for that.
Y'all know I'm playing, right? It's just a question. It's a question.
He's playing devil's advocate tonight.
Well, you know what? The devil gonna get slapped down.
Okay. See, I always do. You guys have the relationships. You guys got the marriages and this, and I ain't got that. So I'm just playing devil's advocate. Okay. So look, everybody, I'm joking. They got good points. I'm just trying to see where they pulling it from. That's all. And it's good. Okay. So let me see. What else did they say? I'm reading these texts, inboxes that I got. People that I don't know, by the way. They just decided they want to inbox me. All right. Here's one here. What characteristics do you think is necessary for a strong relationship? And where was it at? And do you have those characteristics?
Well,
apparently Maurice does.
Well, that first time around I didn't. I was stupid. I ain't gonna lie. I was stupid, young and dumb and full of it. I'm not gonna lie. And like I told y'all before, there was no respect between either one of us. It happened, and it is what it is. And biggest thing I learned is that you can't be ignorant and be in a relationship.
You can't be Greg and be in a relationship, right?
No, see, man, I ain't saying all that.
Yeah, that's right. That's it right there.
I'm not saying none of that at all, brother.
Well, I loves, and I got somebody who loves me. So I can't be all that bad.
So don't give her $1,000.
She ain't getting jacked.
Wait a minute. First of all, did you hit the lottery for millions?
But see, I'm Greg Gray. I don't need to hit the lottery. I already got mine. I'm saying, hey, what's up, Larry Upshaw, my brother, Bree Barnett, always faithful listener, man, definitely, yeah. So, I mean, what are the characteristics of a good relationship?
Well, you have to be open-minded. You can't be closed-minded and have a strong relationship, because then whatever opinion or the way that you want it to go, that's the way you want it to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, being open, being able, I think, to be honest, I think that relationships are trial and error.
What?
They are trial and error.
Well, Gina knows some different stuff tonight. You should have heard some of these answers she said.
Because, listen to what Maurice said. He said he was young and dumb. I think we all were at that stage, and we learned from those relationships.
If you don't learn from them, shoot. I mean, you're doomed to repeat it over and over. You're going to
repeat it, and you're going to have the same results.
Yeah.
So
recognizing, you're doing ignorant stuff or being ignorant. That's that's a big thing. A lot of people won't do it because their ego is getting in the way, you know, especially brothers. They just won't do it.
So Maurice, let me ask a question that I asked earlier. Okay, and Gina shocked me on this one. Do you believe in sex before marriage?
Yeah, but let, let me take. Hold on. Let me hold on.
I don't know why he asked that
Let me
question.
back up. I believe in it, yes, but you know, according to the Bible, you're not supposed to be. And I think a lot of relationships will last a lot longer. Now that I think, because once the wick is lit, it ain't going out until you're dead.
Yeah, but hold on. If that wick can last a long time,
I'm just saying.
hey, and that fire stay lit.
I'm just saying, once you done tasted, you know, different nectars, Jack, it's really hard to, you know, it's really hard to be that with one forever.
And see, now y'all got to have the same old soup every day.
Of course, when you call it same old soup,
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I don't consider my spouse, you know, cornflake soup. A lot of people say you get the same old cornflakes every day.
But you know what? You hear a lot of people say that. How can you be with the same person for
every
that
morning?
long?
Yeah,
20
exactly.
years. It got to get boring.
No,
It doesn't. If you let it get boring, it will get boring.
It will dry up and die.
You know that. Hey,
you can't put no sugar on the. You can't put no extra alphabets in your soup.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm putting it on her. As long as I'm putting it on her.
I don't know how people. But see,
same plate.
I don't understand how people. You don't get burnt out from meeting new people, learning new people, dealing with their quirks, and I'm not one to do that. I can't do it. I don't want to continue to learn someone and you know, do you want to accept their quirks? Because all of us come with quirks, regardless.
Absolutely.
We all got our quirks. So basically, whose quirks do you want to deal with?
Bree Barnett says some of us learn from watching our parents' mistakes, and it still sometimes does not work out. There definitely has to be a connection or willingness to work.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean that statement she just made is pretty straight. I mean, that's real straight. A lot of us in the 70s, because you know a lot of our parents, like my parents, they came from the South. You know, a lot of that big South to North migration. And you know, all they knew back then is each other forever, no matter what the women do. You know, they come up north and it's like, whoa, it's past the freedom, Jack. You know, and it was a lot of divorces. It was a lot of divorces when we was kids. I mean, I can remember people that you thought was going to be together forever. You know, and you know they got divorced. You know, it's just a lot of divorce.
And you're absolutely right. I know this lady that and I told my brother this story the other day. I know this lady. She was from Mexico. She came into the United States and she married this guy. All right. Perfect couple. They was a great couple. Okay. Worked it out. But then came time for her to go get a green card. And she got her green, you know, got her citizenship.
Citizenship. Right? What have you done for me lately,
Went to the citizenship. And here's the bad part about it. She went to the ceremony. Had the citizenship. She was so happy. Okay, husband and her was happy. They was marching all around, telling everybody. Then next thing you know, she said she files for divorce. All right.
Well, yeah, it was a lot of that in the 80s, believe it or not.
But here's the.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you the rest of the story. So he's mad because he in love. He thought it was going to last forever, and I think they have that arranged in the first place. That I'll get you here, get you in here, and you get your citizenship, and we cool. If we like each other, cool. If we don't, cool. This is what he did. Now I guess they were married and they were doing what married people do, and so she had some pictures, and he took the pictures, and all of us worked together at the time. This is some time ago. He took the pictures and put them on the company email. We got text and everything. Well, at the time it wasn't text, was it? Yeah, we had text. We had pagers, and everybody was saying, "Hey, don't open that email. You open it. We don't know you opened it. Everybody who opens it, they're gonna get suspended. Whatever."
How many people got
They
suspended?
sent they gave that they sent that email at work. Here's what happened. You know, I went home and opened it. I mean, yeah, I went. She was a friend of mine, but you know, I went home and opened it because you know she you know, them foreign girls are kind of. Anyway, went home and she was in some.
36, 24,
Yeah,
36.
she was doing some things, dude. I mean, you know, but
In hand.
That's horrible.
it's not horrible. It was actually good pictures, but you know, very
No, that he did that.
huh?
That he did that.
Probably so, but it was good pictures. And so she came into work. She didn't even know when she came in to work the next day. Somebody told her. She was crying. Everybody had already looked at the pictures. Everybody had looked at them at home. They said don't open it at work, which you know, I think 2 people did open it at work, but you know, I went home and opened mine. I ain't gonna lie, but he put a whole bunch. He put a whole bunch. I mean, it was like good 80, 90 pictures because you would think that all they did was take pictures, but but she was so upset. She wound up
I
quitting.
bet.
She wound up she shouldn't have quit though. We looked at her in different eyes. We looked at her really nicely after that. But anyway, go ahead, Maurice. What was you gonna say?
No, I'm just following what you're saying. I mean, shoot.
But you know what, Maurice said something that's really interesting. You said that, you know, there were married couples back in the day that you thought would be married forever. I think it does hit us a little hard when certain couples break up.
Yeah.
Like I was reading that the Gates were ending their marriage, and that kind of hit me a certain way. I'm like, wow, you know, it's
Bill and Melinda Gates.
Girl.
Man, I'm like,
Bill
come
and
on,
Melinda.
Dad. You just there are some relationships you want them to last forever. You just want them to.
But you know what? If you got to go
And
out,
then you wonder why Melania and Trump how'd they last?
Right.
hey,
We know why she lasting.
Well,
that's the way to go out. 27 years, right? They was married. Gates
30
years they was married, man, and she can get about what $20 billion.
Well, she gonna be another. What's Bezos' ex-wife?
Oh, yeah, that's another one.
But you know what? But think about it. They were there before all of this wealth came, and that's why you really want so hard for them to stay together. If they got through those bad times, broke, you know, can't pay bills, lights off, then they should be able to go through anything.
More money, more problems.
I think this. You know, the thing about money is if you got a lot of it like that and it just keeps coming in, that it get old. I mean, shoot, she don't have to divorce him to get that money. She got it all, access to it all right now, and they're giving it away. You know, so as far as it sound like they just let it dry up, like we was talking about earlier.
They just want to do some other things, and they don't want to do it together. You know, Jay-Z and Beyonce, plenty of loot. It's coming, y'all. Believe me, it's coming. They're gonna break up. It's coming.
You think it's coming, huh?
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Well, do you think the surprise of the century was Kanye and
no?
Was that a surprise?
No,
that a surprise? Okay,
that was not a surprise.
I was just wondering. I was just wondering.
I didn't even know why it even happened. If his mother was still alive, I don't believe he would have married her.
Oh no, me neither. I don't think so.
I smelled the whore when I she was already looking up. Look, you got your fame from Ray J, being with Ray.
Yeah,
and then the family got their fame from that.
Yeah.
How could you as a mother be like, okay, we're gonna capitalize off you being a hoe?
On to the next one.
Then the daughter started acting funny. Then the younger ones, the Jenner started acting funny. Then
all of them did. Then one went on. He said, "I want to be a girl too." I
want
to be a girl too. Daddy said, "I want to be a girl too." Y'all having all that fun?
Money. Think about it. Think about it. Rob,
I know.
Make more money
again. Money. Yeah, it's money.
Yeah.
So I mean, be careful what you wish for.
They're gonna fall off. They're getting older. The Kardashians.
I mean, I always thought the mother was a pretty woman, but you know, Kim done had so much shit done to her, you know.
Yeah.
And she definitely made up. You can't tell me ain't nothing natural about that thing.
Chloe, but my thing is that like, again, they're older, they're gonna dry up. I mean, and when I say dry up, their fame has been based on they got their fame on the wrong thing. All right, the only ones that are gonna be fine are the younger ones. They're gonna be all right.
Well, I mean, they got fame on their fashion stuff, so that can go into their 80s. I mean,
it could,
yeah,
but
so,
it could not.
But I'm gonna tell you who made that hot for him, even hotter. Kanye made that hotter for him. He
Yeah.
made himself a billionaire on that stuff. So, and he made their stuff hotter for him. Whatever they touch, literally people use. I mean, that's how people follow them. They can go put on a certain lipstick with a certain name on it, and they sell a million pieces of it the next day.
Absolutely, and that brings me to the next point. What would cause you to end the relationship? Would you be able to forgive and forget and renew the relationship, or do you just let it go?
I think I told you, infidelity.
Same here.
Okay, I'll keep it 100. Now, okay, if your wife, your husband slept with somebody else, you're not going to forgive him?
Bye.
Yeah. I mean, one, it will always be in the back of my head. Two, apparently my theory is this: if you're gonna
it happened once.
If you're gonna cheat,
mm-hmm.
If you're gonna cheat, then you're taking a chance that the person that you're with can find out and the relationship ends. If that person has to be important to you in some capacity, because you're willing to risk what you have for this individual.
Exactly.
So whether it's, hey, I like the sex so much, I want to keep coming back, whatever the case may be, there is some type of attraction to that person that you said, you know what, if I get caught and she may leave me, but I'm gonna do this. I want this that bad. I'm gonna do it.
Well, I mean, in a nutshell, I agree. I'm with you on that. I mean, it just takes the part where I got to go out the house every day, and she do too. I don't even want to have to worry no crap like that. You know what I'm saying? When I leave the house and I got to worry where she at, you know what I mean? I don't need that kind of pressure. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that kind of pressure.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna worry myself about things like that. I mean, to me, those are things
that's gonna hurt.
Those are things that's out of your control.
Yeah, exactly.
So why worry about things like that? If it happens, it's going to come to the light.
Right. And exactly. I think the conversation we had is, you can't make nobody love you. So, I mean, if they go on here and go on, they doing something else, then hey, bye-bye.
And the more you say, oh, I forgive you, the more they're going to do it.
Yep.
The more it's going to happen because
they get away with it.
Yeah, absolutely. You have something on your mind, Greg. I can tell.
Come on with it, bro. Come on.
You got something on your mind.
Look.
Go on, Mr. Cheetah.
Okay.
Come on with it, bro.
I've never cheated, except for.
Except
before I got married, back when I was young. And I had, and I hope they're not watching. I had.
I'm not to mention no names.
I had 3 other girls, right?
Ooh.
So
that's a lot of energy, dude.
Yeah.
Telling you.
One of them I had been dating for a long time, and I was wrong. The other one I had been dating for a long time, and I was wrong. The other one, I wasn't dating that long. So she was the only one that was like, oh, that's how you rolling? Okay, cool. All right, peace. One of them kicked in the door when she found out, because a long time ago they used to put your marriage or whatever in the paper,
Yeah.
And who reads that small print? But they read it. I thought I could get away with it, man. Get married, but I married a great woman, great woman, but.
Did you mark it up, man?
Yeah.
Okay.
But how would you feel if the shoe was on the other foot?
I'm
getting ready to tell you. Me personally, I'm cool. You know, I'm like, okay. And I know Uji would say the same thing too. It's karma. You know, you do dirt, it's gonna come back at you. I'm not surprised. And if it comes back in, I'm not gonna be hurt. Okay, I'm just telling you, I'm not gonna be hurt. Could I forgive that person? Yeah, I forgive him. I ain't gonna want to be with him no more, but I'm gonna forgive him.
That's not forgiving.
It is forgiving. I'm cool with him. I'm gonna be
Look,
hey, you did it. Thank you for letting me know. If you tell me, that's cool.
Nope.
If I got to find out, that's a different story. I ain't gonna be hurt though. That's one thing about me. I don't know. I don't get hurt like that. I don't. I'm cool. You know, I'll laugh it off.
I don't know about all that.
I'm telling you, I will laugh it off. Go ahead. Hey, you wanted to get with this, and you had all of this. Okay.
Hey, Greg, he said all of this.
All of this.
Okay. Well, what about the women who have all the fake hair, the fake eyelashes, the fake nails? Everything's fake, you know.
Yeah, I ain't down with that.
I mean, but there's a lot of men that like that. It turns them on, you know. They got all this stuff going on. But what happens at night when you take all this off?
No. Leave it on.
You can't leave it on all through. You got to take it off at some point.
Take it off when I leave. Bree says, "Thank you, Gina. Take it off when I leave."
But what attracts men to women like that? Because we talked about fake. We talked about fake, right? That's how the whole conversation started, with fake.
I can tell you, the circus.
You talking about the clown? Wait. Now see. You know, as I get older, of course, I'm follically challenged. Now I'm thinking like this: if I went and throw some hair on my head and it's all black and all this gray in my beard, right? I get talked about so bad walking up in the store. Ain't even funny. You see that old Negro?
I still got my hair. I just got a haircut, but I got all of my hair.
I'm not looking like that, bro. Not even close. You see that black hair? You see that black hair on my head?
Men get turned on. They like the women like that.
What,
no.
I don't like.
I mean, we grew up in a day where the women weren't lazy. They got up and did something with their hair in the morning. You know what I mean? Or in the afternoon, whatever. They did something with their hair when they went out in public. They didn't just show up and, you know, half of the kids, these chicks don't even put it on right. You know, they got it twisted, beating their own brains out. You know, it's a turn off to me.
I can't stand that.
I can't stand that either. I can't stand that.
It is a turn off, man.
Oh my God!
Hurry up! I was saying, hurry up, bro. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to work. What is that?
You got bugs in your hair.
Exactly.
Like, what's up in there?
Look, man, I won't. I'm looking.
I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But it's a turn off to me. You know, it's just like you know, just like we had the conversation about dudes having their pants hanging off of them. What's the turn on to the chick? You know what I mean? Hey, to each his own.
If you go to bed with me and you're looking like Tony Braxton and all of that stuff, going to bed and we made love and this and that, and you know,
you wake up and put some water on, and it's like,
dude, I say I'm staying over the night. She's like, okay, you stay over, baby, it's all good. And I wake up in the morning, man, and she's gonna look like Harriet Tubman and Sabrina Keith all together, looking like Nat Turner, man. I'm like, whoa, where am I at?
Oh man,
Yaphet Kotto. I'm like, what the? I'm looking like Mom's Mabley. I'm like, wow.
Oh man. See,
and then
I like Mom's Mabley.
I'm still in the bed. I'm still laying in the bed, right? Then she say, "Well, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, man." I run out the door with boxes on, dude. I'm gone.
Man.
And see, those the ones that I know when they got all of the makeup. Those are the ones that I'm going to give my other number to because I ain't gonna answer that phone, you know. So here go.
Back in the day, back in the days. Here you go. What's it? 1-888-777-93.
Yeah. He's so nice. He gave me his phone number.
He gave me the toll-free one too. I could call him anywhere, anytime.
So what do y'all think about and I use the term loosely, hoes in different areas? No, I'm saying long distance relationships.
Long distance.
Nah, I can't do it.
No?
Mm-mm.
So you prefer your man to be with you at all times, every day? Not all times, but every day.
No, I mean not. No, not
Say you
all.
had a man. Say you had a
But you're
man.
talking about when you saying long distance. You talking about I live in one state, he
Yeah,
lives
yeah,
in
yeah.
one state, or
Yeah.
that's no.
Why?
I couldn't do it. I was in a relationship like that,
Me too.
and I couldn't do it.
It felt like I was single. I don't know what you're talking
It
about.
did. It
I was
did.
like, when I
Why?
went out, I went
It,
dancing and everything. I was shit.
right.
Hey, you know.
You pretty much you are.
Yeah.
You
I
really
ain't.
are.
Okay.
And so you know what? I had to be honest with myself and say, this is not for me. I can't do
No.
this.
No. I
I
just
love,
feel like
I
you're
love
single.
the idea of being in love. Okay, I do. I love the idea of being in love. I am, even though there's issues, I love the person that I love. Period.
All right, Greg.
Okay. I'm lost.
Me too.
Where we going with this, Maurice?
Hey, my picture. Hey, Greg, my picture froze.
I'm like, if you don't shut up.
What the?
Why,
What the hell?
why do y'all think I'm so loveless?
Because
Greg,
you want to be that
Greg,
way. That's
'cause-
why.
I think because you're looking, bro.
I ain't looking.
No, that is not the case. That
No,
he wants to be. That's why.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
why.
no. Let me tell you. And one thing about me is that I'm upfront and honest about everything that I do, basically. Okay, because I'm too old to sit up here and continue and lie and try to catch up a lie and try to remember what I lied about here, and I can't do it. So I'm blunt. All right, I tell you everything about me. Look, I start off the whole situation with this. Yes, I can be an asshole. Okay, I can. Who of us can't? But I can.
I was going to say who without sin, who he without sin throw the first stone. Because
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna
I
tell you
can-
everything, man.
that's human.
I used to have a gang of women. Yeah, I was a womanizer, okay. But I've grown older. I don't have all that I had.
Does those qualities ever really leave a person like that though?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard. It is hard because
Is it because
I can
I mean,
remember being out there and playing, and I thought it was cool because I was respecting the women and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I took them out. I didn't let them bump heads. None of that stuff. You got people that, it was just treating
Hurtful
them with
thoughts.
respect.
Yeah.
It was treating them with respect, and they liked the way you treated them until I met my wife, and that was all she wrote. That was it. I didn't want to be with nobody else. That's just where it was.
And that sounds great. But I start off like that, but once we have sex, all the love and emotion just skeet right out. It just
Yeah. See. You
and
ain't found that one yet.
I'm joking.
Oh, no, you're not joking. You would have said it.
you can't fool us.
Look, let me ask y'all this. Can you feel like your real self in your relationships?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Who else you gonna be?
Again, let's go back to what I said before. Can you fake love?
But at some point, the real you is going to come out. What Chris say is so true. That representative, they're gonna leave at some point, and all that fakeness, even in a relationship, the truth is gonna come out. You could fake. You can fake.
Hey, look
You
at
can
that.
fake it all you want.
Look at Brig.
That's good.
It's a good statement.
Some folks I can't go any farther, bring the
past and the future
and can't respect the person. And
Yep.
man, that is so true. Look, if you've had a problem with somebody else, yeah, you got trust issues, but I'm not the one that did it. And you keep on throwing that stuff on me. If I move wrong, he used to do that. Okay, that's why I don't like him anyway. That's why we broke up, because he used to crack his toes like that, or he used to stand up the same. The littlest thing will tick that other person. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. Okay, because you've been hurt so bad in other relationships that you don't know the good person that I am here in front of you. You put, huh?
I'm gonna have to agree with everything you just said,
Yeah,
except for one or two things. You
go
know,
ahead.
you
Go
got
ahead.
to make that woman forget about that mug. He won't. Shouldn't be anything that you do should bring that up. You know what I'm saying?
I
Even
get.
if it did, even if something did, she wouldn't say nothing about it.
Yeah, but there's some that you got, man. Look, dude,
I know.
they didn't hurt. They done hurt so bad. I don't care what you can be the best guy. You can be doing Fred Astaire tap dancing, dude.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna keep on forcing the issue that and always telling you you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing that, you're doing this, okay, and want to try to take all of that frustration from all of that mess that the untrusting soul that she is, and put it on you.
Yeah. Well, again, growth and respect, all that stuff go hand in hand. You know, if that person bringing that up, then they got issues. Is all I gotta say. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Um, the only time my ex gets brought up is when there's a question asked, not that something reminded her of something. It's like a question about our kids that we had together. You know, that's the only time my ex has ever been brought up. You know what I'm saying? And then that's only on the light side. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we had mentioned the goals earlier, Maurice. Do you think that being in love can alter your goals?
Um, I think. Let me tell you, Greg. I always thought if you communicate it, that shouldn't alter your goals, and you should know that person is going to be behind you 110. When you go do anything.
Yeah. Hey, Bree, I know it's men too. I was just saying,
Yeah.
because men are on the other side of the spectrum. They get so jealous that they start becoming physical. All right.
Mm.
And they verbally abusive and all of that stuff. And then they start acting like little boys. They start pouting and this and that. But I was just saying, as far as women go too. But I guess I gotta when I do ask the questions or explain myself, I gotta look from the woman's side too. But I ain't a woman, so I wouldn't know.
God dang it.
I wouldn't know, Bree. So you saying it's men too? Okay, give me an example. Of what a man would do.
Oh, she typing right now.
Yeah,
You done started it.
So I need some help, y'all. So I'm trying to learn how to be a
I
different.
mean,
I'm trying to learn how to be romantical. All right, what's romance to you guys?
man, sometimes I'm gonna tell you something. If I walk in the door and tell my wife how good she look,
Mm-hmm.
or tap her on the butt and give her a kiss,
Yeah,
that's romantic to her.
yeah.
Taking her out to dinner, that's something we do all the time. You know what I'm saying? I can call up, get ready, come and get off. Back, I'm gonna get off work. Meet me up at XYZ restaurant. We go eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a
Okay.
lot of it just being spontaneous, I think, is what help everything kind of cook along. My wife actually thinks I don't have enough spontaneity, although I do, flowers and all that other stuff. And it's just something I want to do. It ain't forced. You know what I mean? It ain't something that I just kind of say, yeah, I'm gonna get some flowers today, or we're gonna go dinner today. It's something I want to do because I want to spend time when I want her to know that I'm thinking about her.
So y'all can do fun things together, like
Sure.
clean the lint out of each other's navels.
No, no,
No.
no, 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 no. No, she might rub me on my back, or something like that.
It's a
That's
doggone
fun.
shame.
What, Gina?
You need to go to classes.
You need to have a chick that was on the other day. What was it? The sex
The,
education lady?
the sexologist.
Well,
Sexologist.
I got y'all though. I don't need her.
I watched part of that
You
show and
need her.
I was like, man, I missed that one. I missed it.
Oh, she
I,
was
Boy.
good. She's
yeah,
coming back Thursday, so
really.
yeah.
Well, we
Uh-oh.
had a conversation. Her and I had
Uh-oh.
a conversation.
Uh-oh. Greg, you done mess it up. Did you mess it up, Greg?
Yeah, I did.
Daggone it.
Dang, we can't leave him by himself ever.
Gina, did you see her lips?
Oh my gosh. We cannot leave him by himself ever.
Dang it, Greg. Let me tell you something. Reason why I'm laughing because
Ever.
I saw the same thing and she was talking about fellatio. I was like, oh shit. I said, dang. Sister, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect you.
I'm just saying.
I'm
And
just saying.
that's why I told her, I said, look, please don't take this the wrong way.
Don't wear that realistic no more.
And I told her, I said, "You got some big lips."
She
And I
was
said,
right
like
there.
that, I said,
I mean,
you got some big lips.
that's part of her. I mean, and I don't want her to take it in the right way, just in case she listened tonight. I think the conversation that she was giving up was a beautiful thing, and a lot of people don't know how. I mean, I can see a lot of immaturity sometimes when people get in the conversation like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? What's so crazy? That a lot of people ain't that frank in their relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
She was actually good, which distinguishes her from. And no disrespect to the other lady, okay, but the conversation was completely different from the sexologist we had on last week and the sex doula that we had on in previous. You weren't there for that one, Maurice. For those,
really.
This lady came with, and she came. We asked a question, she came straight back with it. You know,
but it was educational though.
It was
very educational.
And she's coming back. But she has her schedule is really heavy, so she's going.
It sounded like she was doing her thing, you know. It sounded like she. But the thing about you just don't see, you know, any brothers and sisters doing her like that. You know what I mean? And being frank, real frank. I mean, at a professional level, anyway. You know what I mean?
Unconventional professions. That's what I tell everybody. You don't have to be a lawyer, doctor, and this and that. Okay.
No.
You can be a sexologist, and you can see vaginas every day.
Ugh. That'll put me in a bad way, bro.
Okay.
I'm just being real.
Yeah, I couldn't be a guy. I can't
do that. I
could not be a gynecologist because I get fired. I mean, get malpractice on that.
Yeah, you will. And you wouldn't have any clients anyway.
I'm like, what is this? What is this?
Can you feel that?
Girl, you need to clip them lips off of that.
No. Can you feel that? Can you feel that right there? Can you feel that right there?
Why is my whole fist going?
That's horrible, y'all. Come on now.
I'm stopping being immature. I mean, I thought the conversation. I mean, like I said, I looked at the show because I said, "Dang, I missed that." And I hate that I missed it.
You learned a lot that day, man.
Yeah, she was real direct and real clear and real mature about the whole situation, man. And I'm thinking, you don't see no sisters or brothers in this profession coming like that, you know. She came really, 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 really good and very, you know, frank. And I just thought that if y'all gonna do another one, I definitely want to be on it because I want to see what she's talking about. Some more anyway.
Yeah, you can ask her anything. She's not offended. She laughed when I was Greg. She laughed, and she just kept on, you know, with hers, which I definitely appreciate her so much because you know, she enjoyed herself as well. Okay, but those lips.
I saw the same thing, bro. I'm sorry. I froze there for a minute. I said, she's talking.
Dude, after we got off the show, we did our little conversation after the show.
Yeah.
And then I did about 2 hours of porn. I was like, well, you know,
what the hell I got to do?
TMI.
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
You know, what is it? I didn't. Oh, what's that? My bad. Still there. But no. And she's going to be back on. So thank you, Jocelyn, for setting that up too. And everybody, believe me, and I got some other people that are coming too. You remember we were talking about Bitcoin, and I'm gonna get back to this relationship.
Yeah.
Well, I got some people that definitely know what they're talking about. Okay, like I told you before, I don't want to be sold. Don't try to sell me on it. Educate me on it.
Mm.
Tell me how to do it. Don't tell me, hey, you can make $1 million in 3 weeks by doing this. And then I roll up to Walmart, and you up there. Paper plates are down that aisle right there. Okay, make sure you get down there. Okay, and you know, don't do that. Okay, nothing wrong with working at Walmart. Okay, but let your words,
actions,
actions speak louder than the words. Okay, you telling me about Bitcoin, telling me it's gonna be the wheel. I'm gonna quit my job in 3 weeks because I'm getting ready to do this and blah blah blah. And 4 weeks later, I see you at Walmart. It's open now. You know, you said you were going to quit your job, so I believed you.
I throw my money in the pot.
I put $5 in the Bitcoin. But there's a lot of them out there. I was listening to two guys talk about this, man, which they're going to come on.
It's grown guys. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, y'all listen to. Do y'all look at HBO? Bill Maher show.
Mm-mm.
Bill Maher show.
Mm-mm.
Politically correct, incorrect, or whatever.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, he dogged the hell out of Bitcoin this past weekend.
Well, look what happened to Bitcoin.
They
took a nosedive.
Yeah, but it like everything else, it did like stocks, you know, it did. But when it rebounds, because these guys are talking about something, and I forgot what it was, and when they come on here, they'll tell you it's going to rebound, and when it rebounds, because what's happening is they're what's the word, is legitimizing it, okay, and once that happens, everybody gonna be on it, okay, and that stock gonna shoot so far up, it's gonna be ridiculous.
I mean, it took a little bit. Yeah, it took about a $5,000 dip on the 22nd. I'm looking at it right now.
But that's cool.
Yeah, right now it's sitting at 55,800. That day they took the dip, it dropped down to 51,592.
See?
So I mean, it's on its way back up.
Oh yeah. And it's going to, when it goes up, it's going to go up tremendously. And the thing is, I just, I sat there and I was educated in those 20 minutes that I listened to those guys. I was educated on this. And all of these people that have come on here and talked about it, even the guy that lived overseas in his one-bedroom apartment, or didn't even have a bedroom, I don't think. I just, some things just don't wash with me. And I'm not knocking anybody. You do what you want to do, okay? But I want to know about it.
Right.
And I can soundly and smartly invest my dollars into that.
Well, like I told you before, do your due diligence. I mean, you do your due diligence, and when you make that decision, you either gonna feel good or you're gonna feel bad about it. One of the two. You do your due diligence, and you shouldn't feel bad that if you didn't or did not.
Which leads me to another relationship question. So you're into investments, and your significant other does not care about that stuff. But and Maurice, Gina, as well, when you into these investments, you really got to watch it because you got money in there. All right. And it's just like gambling, sometimes the money goes up, sometimes it goes down. And when it goes down, sometimes you want to try to, avert that, that huge loss.
But hedge it out.
But your significant others, once that happens, see, I told you shouldn't have did that, and we could do something else with the money. Blah 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 blah. I don't care. I don't know. Your daddy was nobody in you. Start going off and all this other stuff. Okay, but would you stay with a spouse who's unsupportive on everything?
I mean, that's kind of hard to say because that's what brought us together. For the most part, we supported each other. You know what I mean?
And that's what I was going to say too. I think when you get to the point of marriage,
you don't.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't get to that point of marriage if it's that kind of relationship and it's not a relationship that you want to deal with. It's not getting to marriage.
Yeah, I mean, I have lost some money in the stock. I lost some stock that I thought was going to be around forever because it had been around for 200-300 years, and literally 200 or 300 years, and I lost my butt. They went under they bid it. And it was, and it was retirement money. So, yeah, that hurt. But it is what it is. So,
what about and I guess nowadays you don't have to be rich for this. What about a prenup? Would you sign, Gina? Would you sign a prenup?
Would I sign one?
You would.
I would.
I'm saying, would you, if he drew one up for you and said, "Hey, Gina, I love you."
Yeah, I would sign it.
Okay.
I would expect him to sign it too if I drew one up.
I was just gonna say,
I ain't signing one. If somebody
that shoe go on both feet right there.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if that's what y'all in y'all relationship, and
but see,
that's on both of y'all. I mean,
right. But see, that's what a lot of people don't talk about in relationships. They don't
No.
talk about the finances. They don't talk about how things are going to work out. They just jump in, and then when it doesn't work out, now you're fighting and you're tugging and you're throwing mud, and things just get ugly because it was never talked about.
Exactly. I mean, we talked about everything from good credit to bad credit. You know what I mean? If you don't talk about those things, you're gonna be in a fight. You're gonna be in a fight because your finances do come into play.
Mm-hmm.
If you got credit bad in Jesse James and you ain't told your significant other y'all get married, you talking about a fight, and she got good credit, sparkling credit. She don't want, and no guy should be wanting to ride on the coattails. You know what I'm saying?
Which leads to the other one.
Okay.
Another question. Would you, Maurice, be a house husband, and Gina, would you take care of a house husband?
Heck no. If I get up and go to work every day, he better get up and go to work too.
There you go. I can't. If I'm just going down the street to pick up some trash or something and put it in there and make some money, I'm gone.
Right. You could find, and I'm gonna tell you when with my first husband, and you guys probably heard me talk about how I met him in high school in the 10th grade. I believe I was in the 10th grade. He was a senior.
What's his name?
I told you his name, but we're not going to say his name on the show.
We'll say it begins with the R and ends with the D.
But he had a hard time finding work when we were young. I had a hard time finding work.
Yeah, everybody had time.
But I'm gonna tell you what he would do. He would go to the car wash every day and make money and bring money home to pay the bills and buy food. That's what a good man does.
Yeah,
there's always a way to make money.
Yeah, it is
legitimate. I mean, not the
illegal
way. Legitimate. There's always a legitimate way to make money.
Yeah, I just never ever. Reason why I left. One of the reasons why I had to get out of GI is because there was some opportunities to not do it legally. I'm sorry, to do it illegally, rather, is what I wanted to say. And I just won't take that. I wouldn't take that. Wouldn't take that road. If I took that road, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now. You got to have a lot of FBI background checks and things, and to do what I do now. So. What a lot of people don't understand is you might have done that when you was a kid, and you might want to do something bigger. Man, later on, come right back up and bite.
Yep. And they don't think about what they're doing. They just want to do things, and you don't think about it. When you get older, it might affect what you want to do in life.
Don't get me wrong. I kept my eye on the prize, and I want to do what I want to do. Whatever I want to get my I want to take care of my family, get a house, have nice things and everything. I just have to keep on pushing in the right direction.
Keep on pushing.
It ain't gonna come overnight. As I tell all these young fellas, it ain't gonna come overnight, man. If it's working for, well, I don't want to be X amount of years old, but then find out what you really dig and make a shitload of money at it. Go do it. And if I can't find the answer for you, man, we go find somebody that got the answer. But don't go do stupid things, So.
Me, I don't know. I could chill for a minute, scratch my head, and chill up, girl. Where my sandwich at?
No, Greg,
I don't even understand how a man would feel confident in a relationship when his woman is going to work every day and he's still in the bed.
Oh man,
I'm waiting on her to get back. So I can be ready.
Yeah, I don't need all that.
She gonna want it when she come home.
She won't want you to get up and get a job.
To be honest, that's a real turnoff.
She gonna call me daddy.
That's a real turnoff.
It's a real turnoff. Man, y'all better recognize. Recognizo my shizzle.
She gonna recognize when she get that 32 mil and give you that $1,000.
Oh no. I never said. I never said. What up, yeah? Thanks, Bree. That's the dope living meme right now. It's me and too. Yeah. I should, if I was able to do it, I'd be playing "It's Raining Men," hallelujah.
That's just too real, bro.
But seriously, man, relationships are hard work, okay? But you know what? If it's a mutual respect
Oh,
for one another, the good will come along with the bad, and you should be able to withstand everything. You just gotta have respect. And if you don't have the respect, don't stay in it. Don't keep disrespect. That's not what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to keep disrespecting one another because it doesn't lead to anything. And I've learned look, I've been there. I've learned all of this the hard way. And I would never say I'm perfect, and I can never give anybody any advice. That's why I lean on y'all, because you guys have successful relationships, and I don't. So it's y'all supposed to say, "Oh, Greg, it's gonna be all right."
Greg, it's gonna be all right, bro.
It's
Ass
gonna
up.
be all
Anyway,
right.
that's all right though. It is gonna be all right. I'm good because I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good at what I do too.
Huh.
I'm real good at what I do. So there was one other question, and I think this one is going to take us out. Where was it at? Let's see. So sex before marriage. No, this ain't the last one. Would you ever search the internet for your date, for your significant other? You think it's bad that people
No,
find?
I don't think it's bad that people go looking there. I mean, it's a totally different time. I mean, that's where they go look now. I mean, back in the day, people wouldn't go look for a significant other in a club, believe it or not.
Right.
Think about that.
Right.
You might have ran into your wife at a family function, the church, or the store. You didn't run into your wife at a club. But by the time we got old enough, that's where most of them ran into their wife at. You know what I'm saying? Or their husbands. But I mean, that's what they do now. They get on the internet and go look.
Yeah, I have friends that met their spouse online. My brother, he's deceased now, but he met his wife online. It's not uncommon. I've dated online before, and I met some pretty decent guys. They just weren't for me, but they were pretty decent.
Well, now I met my wife, my first wife, I should say, at a club. I was trying to talk to the girl she came in with. All right.
Oh,
So
wow.
No, let me tell you. Hold on.
Whoa.
get live, right? I'm going like,
Whoa.
All right. When my intention.
Wait. Was she like, girl, I don't want him. You can have him.
Hey, Gina, hold on. That's what it felt
Is that
like.
what happened?
No, that's not what happened though. Here's what happened. Went to the club. I was in my curly best. All right.
Jeffrey Curl.
Yo, man, I was curly best. But see, I'll say that later. Anyway, I went to the club and I saw the girl. Now I wanted to talk to the girl. I didn't even know the other one. The one I married, I didn't even know her. So I was trying to holler at that girl. So we was on the dance floor. We was dancing slow dance. Because I like slow dancing. And I'm talking to her and this and that. She's saying, "Hey, look, my friend likes you. And I think you should go over there and talk to her. She want to get to know you." And I looked over there and I saw this girl. And I was like, in my head, I was like, but I want to do you. But she said it the right way. She just said, "Hey, friend over there." So I went over there and talked to her. Very nice woman. We got along. We danced a couple of times. Went home. She gave me a number. I didn't call that girl for 3 weeks. I gave her my mom's number. She called here. I didn't call her for 3 weeks.
That should have been a sign.
They thought I was crazy.
That should have been a
My
sign.
father was like, "Boy, you ain't called that girl in 3 weeks?"
Oh,
I said, "No, Dad." Say, what would you say, Gina?
Nothing.
Greg, she said that should have been a sign. I'm just backing you up, bro.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you that woman there. She when I called her, she gave me the what for, but right then and there, that's when I fell in love with her. Well, I ain't gonna say I fell in love with her because honestly, I don't know if I've ever really been truly. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that either. There's one right now that I am in love with, but
Liar. Nothing.
anyway, that was my experience. I did meet her in the club. Now, have I met people online? Yes, I have. All right, and one of them had 3 toes.
Damn.
See, one of them had
The way he looking.
one of them had an eye here and an eye here.
Oh my God. Where you go on Bumblebee?
And she had an eye here. She had
What
an
is it called? Plenty of fish.
No, it wasn't fish. But she had an eye here and an eye here, and she walked with a limp. And guess what the name was?
Mm-mm.
Eileen.
Get the heck out of here. Negro.
Eileen. But no, man, I don't think there's anything wrong with meeting on online. I think the conventional way is gone. You know, you if you meet somebody in a bar, both of y'all carry your drunk asses on. You know?
I don't know. I think crack killed the bar scene.
Yeah.
Crack killed the bar scene. Crack killed it. Did.
I just don't like. I don't like the going out aspect. Period, man. I don't want to go to bars anymore. I don't want to go to clubs anymore. I want to do all that stuff, man. Like I did, and I think it's because when I was doing my show, I was always out in the club. I was always interviewing the artists in clubs and different places and this and that. Where I got burnt out at the club scene, man. It's just,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I just, like I said, I met my wife in a club, so. And it was one of her friends actually introduced me to her.
Not like Greg's introduction, right?
Well, I mean, to tell you the truth, like let her tell her, you know, I was a nerd dude. You know, I just got out of work, had on a suit and tie and stuff. She was like,
Maurice,
like
nerd. You and me ran in the same circle back in the day.
Yeah.
Nerd.
But you know what? Believe it or not, a nice dressed man in a suit. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so look. Okay, now that's a good one too, Gina. Look, I dress. I'm clean all the time. I dress in my gear. I got all.
By the way, I like that shirt.
Thank you. But I dress in.
It is got some sparkly to it. I like it.
Thank you. But I dress in my gear. I'm always matching them. Whenever you see me, I'm
you coordinated.
I'm from the gym shoes on up. Am I lying, Gina?
No, you're not lying.
So this isn't a good look for a man my age?
No, it's a good look. I'm just saying, when we as women, when we see a man dressed in a suit and smelling good, that just does something to women. It just does something to us.
That's our generation, though, Jen. That's our generation because, you know, now these girls, they run around here, dude running in a sweatsuit.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
I
Pants
don't even
hanging off of them.
How in the world,
and they run up behind these little snot nose
how in the world can a female have a man step to her with his pants hanging down?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand that.
For
me, he's already showing you disrespect.
He's already ready to show you we're gonna do this anyway.
It's not gonna get any better.
But
they have no coof.
And that's why, look, I'm gonna have a lady that comes on here. Her name is Krista Wicks. All right. She has a brand called The Boss Wife. And she does seminars and she has merchandise and all this stuff. She's in Florida. This woman, she teaches women how to, you know, be women. Let's put it like that. Young ladies how to be women, how to respect themselves, and then you can start looking for or having an opportunity for the right guy to come along. Okay, you don't look for him; he comes to you. He searches you out, and you'll know when it's right. I mean, she has a great platform. It's called The Boss Wife. Just check it out sometime when you get a chance. But she is going to be coming on here. I don't know if it's this week or next week. And you know, just talk. You know, she's like the sexologist, except she gives life advice. You know, and beautiful. I've been a friend of hers for a long time. I saw her platform when it started off, and then, you know, it's grown so much. She's been on Fox, NBC, all of that stuff. So
nice.
She'll be talking with us. I'm hoping it's this week, but if not this week, it'll be next week for sure. And go ahead.
I was just going to ask you another question. It's totally off topic.
Mhm.
Do you know any youngs?
I went to school with some youngs.
I know some.
My
I know some young.
my ex-husband is younger, and they used to confuse him with another guy with the same first name, last name Young.
I'm talking about females. Janice
Val-
Young.
Valerie Young.
No. Janice Young and Toby Young.
I don't know them.
I know some youngins.
Youngins, me too.
Young.
Now, the
Young.
reason why I'm saying my cousin is married one here probably about 10 years ago. And I thought that's why I thought I might have met you before. Like because I'm telling you, I met you someplace I can't remember when.
Yeah.
Probably read her book and saw her picture on her page. Hey, can you have a successful relationship with somebody that you work with?
Ooh, I never dated anybody I work with.
No.
Well, once, and that was my second husband, but that was taboo to me. It was very taboo. But he came in there with that suit on.
Ah,
He came in there with that suit on. But and I asked him out.
Wow.
I asked him out.
And Maurice,
But it's I think it's difficult. It's a difficult situation. And our work relationship was short because like not long after we started dating, he left the company. But it can put a strain because you have some women that just do things just because they want to get under your skin.
Get a rise out of you.
Yeah. So yeah, it can be very
I
difficult.
saw awesome manager go down a tube behind a relationship like that.
Man, I've had,
and he was an awesome manager, messing around, started messing with a girl there, and drunk when she got pregnant, and it was only kicking in, son. She could not. Nothing he could do. Straighten any of that out.
I'm gonna tell you, I had a couple of work relationships to a point where I lost the good one. There was a girl. I'm not gonna name her name, but her and I met after I got divorced, and we didn't meet after we met beforehand. We was working the same place, but we got together after I got divorced, and our relationship. I'm telling you, our relationship was perfect. She was the one at that time.
Yeah.
So one day we went to lunch. She had to go back to her place and get something. Went to lunch and she went into the. She had to use the bathroom. Came out. I got on one knee and proposed to her. I had a ring in my hand. Proposed to her.
What?
Yes, I did. That's my girl. So she said, well, it was so sudden. Let me think about it. She was good, but we was tight. She said, let me think about it. Give me a couple of days. Do y'all know in that couple of days, a friend of mine, his name was Vince. I'm gonna say his name.
Big Vince?
Huh?
Big Vince?
Yeah, he's big.
Bodybuilder Vince?
I'm not gonna say no more. But anyway,
yeah, I know he was big boy.
He introduced me to this girl that had just started a few weeks ago, but she had saw me and she wanted to talk to me. Her name was Brenda.
He just came out with that one.
Yeah, Brenda was fine, dude. She had like the brownish color hair, hazel eyes, dark skin, hazel eyes, tatao and ping. She was ready, dude.
Woo-ha!
And so even though I did what I did, I mean, I was with that girl, with the one. I started hollering at Brenda. And it was innocent at first, but then I took Brenda all the way. I was living in Gary at the time. I took Brenda all the way back from Schaumburg, Illinois, all the way back to Gary, so we could do it.
Thanks, huh?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be worth it. Wasn't worth it because just as I took her all the way back, the one that I had engaged to, she followed. And
So you murked that one up.
that makes
And see,
twice that you've told me that.
you probably have some more that you murked
I
up.
have plenty. But the thing is this.
But see, that's why you are so detached.
Mhm.
Because
You think
you
that you
know,
can't.
not only that, but it might happen to you. All of that just might happen. So you got to be detached.
So
You
I'm
have
cool
to
with it.
protect your feelings, because if it happens to you, you don't want to be hurt. So you detach yourself from it.
Gina, I think in a relationship I'm incapable of being hurt.
That's the only reason you're incapable of being hurt is because you're not putting all your feelings into it.
Yeah, I guess.
And it's probably because of what you do or what you've done.
I don't want to hurt anyone. Okay. But wait a minute. How the hell did this start?
But
Turning
how can you
This ain't
not
about
hurt
me.
anyone?
Hold on. This ain't about
No,
Greg.
no, 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 no. This is about Greg right now.
How
Okay,
come all-
this
how
about
come
Greg.
wait a minute, but how come all the relationship at the end of the day, y'all all the fingers start pointing by all the arrows at Greg, you know?
This is not an arrow though. This is not a finger point. This is just an observation. This is
And that
just
was
an
one of my questions
observation.
to extramarital affairs, even though I wasn't married. That was a question, but go ahead.
That is why you are detached.
I'm not
Your
detached.
feelings are detached. You have to protect your feelings.
I'm cool.
Yes, that you're cool. You're going to be cool because your feelings. But then you say, "I don't want to hurt anyone."
I don't want to hurt anybody.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Plenty of those women have been hurt by you.
And
You might have not been hurt, Greg.
and I have apologized. And
Mhm.
I am friends with all of my exes. I'm good friends with all of my exes.
I can
Everyone,
believe that. I believe that.
because I know the error of my ways. All right. And I'm a bit stubborn. And if I could say this without being arrogant, I'm probably the best looking guy ever that let me stop. Without
Hey,
being
Greg.
yeah, man.
That's being arrogant.
Did I murk that up too? So my thing is this: doing what I've done for a living, it kind of spoiled me. People would cater. People would do. If I said jump, they say how high. So I got kind of spoiled with that. I think a lot of that, and because I never really had to chase anybody. So now I get on the other side and have to. I'm not comfortable with it.
I'm gonna tell you, my ex-wife she did not like the DJ life. She did not like it. And again, I guess it all comes down to her security. I understand what you're saying when you say, well, because you do what you do. I mean, if you wanted to, you could have all kind of crazy relationships, when you're doing that kind of stuff, the music business is rife with that.
Yep.
My ex-wife couldn't deal with somebody coming to eat and saying anything to me. If someone didn't want a dedication, anything for sitting there talking about 5 or 10 minutes, she thought that, that we was going to leave together. She was that insecure, So I know what you're saying about that, but all in all, dude, I think all you have to do is just be you, like you always been.
That's what I've always done. I'm me.
And that one that could take being you,
That's
be
the
right there with you.
That's
the one that's gonna take the rocket ship ride with you. You know what I'm saying?
I got that. I definitely got that. So, baby, you're the greatest.
You need to let me know what her name is, man.
Ooh, that's one thing too. Doing what I do. It's all I'm uncomfortable with the.
Is it someone we went to school with, brother?
No.
Okay.
No.
They ain't the GI side at all.
No. Y'all can have that. Nothing personal. Nothing personal, Jane.
Okay, I live in Gary. I'm GI. I'm a GI woman.
And that's another thing too. Now, okay, hey, thank you for listening to the relationship hour. Now let's go back to look. we represent Gary to the fullest. All of us, generally, I try to make sure that everybody that's been on this platform has they come from Gary. We are a strong, proud city, and we got a lot of talent. But the talent is not it's not evident right now. These kids are in the I don't care mode. So they are not the ones that are going to lift up this city. The city of Gary. Somebody playing some violins behind him.
It sounds like it, but it came in right on time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It came in right.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you play.
It kind of messed up because if you look at the subject of the daggone music that came in, you're like, what? Scientists finally figure out why wombat poop cubes.
I was about to go get my suit and tie. I was getting ready to be like, and yes, we need to love one another as hard and as often as possible.
I mean, I get that, bro, and I appreciate it. And a lot of times we don't know what we have as GIs.
Yeah.
We don't. I mean, when I explain to people how much talent was in raw talent was in GI before the big bust, all the jobs and stuff went away and everything, it was raw talent down to our souls. A lot of things, a lot of firsts came out of Indiana, Gary, Indiana. A lot of people don't know about work and the way the school systems is now, the way the classes changed. That started in Gary, Indiana. A lot of people don't know that. They think Gary is that. Oh, I ain't know what gangsters and killing and stuff there. We need to teach that kind of history, about the GI. That was a black focal point before Atlanta, way before Atlanta. It was black focal point was in Gary, So I think our kids, once they figure out some of the history, especially the younger ones. I mean, the older ones, if they want to come on, true. But the ones that really need to know that will carry that message a lot further is the younger ones. They really have to understand, what we did.
And we got to keep. We really have to keep that legacy going for the city, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that we don't have many examples right now. There's a few. Like I said, there's a couple right now that are doing their thing, man. But
and representing good too.
Yeah, they represent real nice, man. But dang, I just wish that it could happen more often than not. This city has a gang of talent. A gang of talent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I was talking about earlier. It sounded crazy. A lot of people was talking about, Gary ain't gonna do nothing, roll up and blow away. I said it's gonna be a lot of people that won't let that happen, son. You can believe that.
Exactly.
And if I had the money, I wouldn't. I'd go there and do what I was talking about, make it a green city for real.
Well, I believe we're gonna see gentrification here. I think it's happening now.
They had them tall skinnies there.
What's gentrification?
Gentrification, when they come in, they buy up everything and put brand new stuff down there, costs $500,000 a pop.
Yep.
And everybody from Chicago would come over and buy them. You know why? Because it's cheaper than Chicago.
So that's what it's just.
Yeah.
Gentrification.
Hey man, y'all try to get a guy with cricket teeth to say that word, it's gonna come out all
But it's happening right now. It's unfolding right now. It was something I said years and years ago when I started buying property in Indiana, in Gary, and I started telling people, hey, get it now before you can't get it. Now you come in here and try to buy property.
Right.
I mean,
you can't.
You can't buy it. I mean, one, they're making it very, very hard.
You have to live there, don't you?
You have to live here now.
Yeah.
You have to be a resident here. Now that my son came in and he bought property here too. That was before they put in place, you have to be a resident here in Gary in order to purchase property here. Now there's a lot of rules and stipulations that they've added. It's just
capitalist out.
They just made it harder, but it was something that I said so many times, like, buy up your own city, everybody could have had a property of their own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everyone could.
I mean,
but now you got to the point where they made it difficult, and it's difficult. And now, you hear people saying, well, I can't even get a house. I can't even buy myself a home.
In Gary, you can. And the thing about it is, some of those houses with all the architecture that they have, it is. I mean, my wife was really blown away when I took her. She said, "Oh, that's empty and abandoned," you know. And
Not anymore, Maurice.
really,
Not anymore.
the big houses that was in Glen Park, there was just a bunch of those was empty. Whole blocks was empty.
Well, it's
Do you want to live in Glen Park?
yeah. Glen Park is it's not an area that most people want to go into, so they're not. They're putting most of the money over here on the west side where the casino is.
Closer
They're
to Chicago.
all of these businesses are popping up, you know, and there's going to be more. There's going to be more because with that casino, there's going to be more businesses that are brought in, more restaurants, more hotels, all of that. So all of that, the area around here, the property around here, they bought it all up already.
Mm-hmm.
It's been bought up already.
Wow. I thought about coming by there and buying my mother's house.
Yeah, that's probably taken.
Probably so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come on there and check it out. I got cousins and stuff that still are there. So,
hey man, if I put this this little tournament together, you come through there, man. I get you out here. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Oh, I don't mind driving up there, you know. I just need a place to.
Go ahead.
What?
No, I said I don't mind driving up that way. If you put the tournament together, let me know.
Yeah, let the top down and come on up, man.
Let the top down.
Let me know when you're coming, man. I'm gonna put the top down on mine, and then I'll meet you there.
I put my top down too. Then
you got convertible
right now, Gina. Put it down.
On the convertible, okay?
On the convertible.
On the convertible.
You got a convertible, Gina?
I do, but you know what? I need to pull it. I haven't driven my car in 2 years.
I had man, my last convertible was in 05. When the Mustangs came out and they changed all that up, I bought a 05 Mustang convertible.
Ooh.
And and they didn't have it in the 8. I wanted a GT. I ended up with the 6. I kept it for like 2 years and traded that mug.
Ooh, I'm not trading. Well,
I see. I want me another one, but I was looking at the SL models, the Mercedes SL 500s. They're nice. They're cheap, but they're nice. But when it's time to go to oil change, brakes, and all that stuff, you're gonna pay all that money back.
Yeah, I'm a Lexus girl.
Our vehicles. Oh, you got a SC 400?
I have a SC. How you know that?
You said Lexus. Lexus only making one convertible. SC 400.
Yeah, that's what I have. The SC 400.
I'm a car.
Yeah, you're right. And that was the last year they made those.
Mm-hmm.
But the last top I took down was on Valerie, and she slapped me.
You need to stop. You need to stop.
I mean, my wife actually drove that car more than I did. It was my Father's Day present, and I think I drove out of the 2 years that we had that car, I drove 1 month.
Should have kept it.
I mean, I wanted something with a little bit more power too. You know, I wanted the GT is what I want, but they hadn't came out with the GT. That's how early it was. The GT convertible wasn't out. They were still stiffening up the chassis. But I'm either gonna get another Mustang convertible.
I'm a car fanatic, y'all. I love cars.
I just love BMWs. That's all I'm gonna get, and I don't care.
For real?
That's all I drive.
You drive BMWs?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's like a BMW.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I have to keep it real. I do all American, and I usually either do a General Motors or Ford. Right now I'm on Ford.
Ooh, no.
3s and 5s. I got hey, Maurice.
Lincoln Cadillac. I got a Lincoln Continental.
I got a Ford Explorer, Maurice. It got 200.
That mug will run forever. Yeah.
Almost 270,000 miles on it. Trust me. Hey,
I
don't touch Fords.
That's the thing that's always been in Gary. It's a lot of people that don't touch Ford unless their daddy worked for it. My daddy worked for Ford. And I'm going to tell you something. You seen more General Motors stuff sitting out in the backyard where he was working on than you did Ford stuff. And same thing here, you know. I mean, I didn't have my Cadillacs, and my daddy probably would have had a fit if he known I bought Cadillacs.
Well, that's father bought.
They drank oil. They drank oil, and they.
I'm getting my last vehicle that I purchased is going to be a Cadillac truck.
I had an STS, and the STS it ran up to 107,000 miles. Then in the morning when I turn it over, I'm gonna click, and come to find out, started drinking oil.
I love Cadillacs, man, especially a white one.
They
White
look.
Cadillac truck. Oh, that's beautiful, man. And the people that be in it, the drivers are nice too. But look, y'all, we got to get out of here, okay? Understand? Understand that
I don't know where that came from either.
Shout out to the lady in the white Cadillac. You fine as hell. Anyway, a key component in any relationship, especially in a romantic one, it's communication. It's imperative to have strong lines of communication, open and functional. If you want a relationship to have any chance of being successful, the first step is improving and developing a strong relationship and taking the initiative to keep the open lines of communication. All right. If you don't communicate in a relationship, it's nothing. All right. And that's how I'm going to end it. What are we talking about tomorrow, Jenny? You know?
I don't know.
I don't either.
We'll figure it out.
We definitely figure it out. Definitely going to figure it out. Somebody, hey, Lori Perry, what's going on? Hope you're well. Woo, this stuff is just popping up. Let me stop. Anyway, shout out to my brother, Ujima, you know, hanging out.
At, man?
He finally got the thing off his ankle. He's good. Shout out to my brother, Christopher Lane, okay? Make sure you guys support what he's doing, okay? Hey, shout out Kristen Wicks. She's going to be on here soon. Shout out to Felicia Brown. What's going on, baby? Shout out to Bree Barnett. Faithful listener. Larry, man, we got you, bro. We got you. Who else we got? Katina Davis, Don Pablo, Christina Hobson, Kim Brown, Carol Thomas, Kimberly Maynard. Who else we got? Stacks the Realist. Appreciate you. First one on tonight.
Stacks had a performance over the weekend.
Man, Stacks is that girl, man. The people, I'm telling you, like I said, she's a great performer, but she's she's real. That's why she's called Stacks the Real.
Yeah, she I sent my family out to support Shanta for her book signing.
Gibson, yes, sir.
Yeah, she had a book signing, so I sent my family out there. They got to meet her and bought a few books.
That's what's up. You know that's Tyree's sister, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's Tyree.
Really?
Yep. Yes, it is. Real sister.
Yep.
Definitely. Okay.
Well, she was in town for 24 hours. In and out.
Did she go to Jay's Breakfast Club?
No, she was in Vegas.
Okay, my bad. You said in town. I guess you talking about. I thought you were talking about GI.
Vegas.
Okay, Vegas. Hey man, and Chris is actually, you know, shout out to Chris. One of the clubs opened up tonight.
Yes. Was it yesterday or today?
It was yesterday, I think. I'm sorry. No, it's Monday. It's today.
Oh, okay. Level one.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my brother. I know it's doing good. Shout out to everybody that's out there trying to do their thing. Okay, man. You are only as good as the people you surround yourself with, and y'all see who I surround myself with. Okay. Maybe they'll come back tomorrow now. Anyway.
Whatever.
Okay, Negro. All right.
And that's my reach right there, man. This is DopelivenTV Live, man. And before we go, scriptures or the one baby? Which one y'all want?
Scriptures, because you don't want to play my little girls.
Go ahead, play.
I'm gonna adopt them.
Future GI girls.
Let me get these future strippers on here. Hold on. Here we go.
Stop it.
Scripture time. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11 and 1. You know what that means? That means even if you can't see something happening, you trust the process and you trust God. Now that's faith. Yeah, girl, faith is an extra push that says, I don't think I can, I know I can. Give it to him, honey. I know I can, I know I can, I know I can. Ooh. Advice, take it twice.
Was she on the Who's Got Joe episode of What's Happening Now, something like that? Was she the little one? I think it can. Was she on Good Times or something?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure? Was she one of?
She would be older.
She is old. Was she one of the dancers in Coming to America?
No.
You sure? She had to move.
She had to daggone moves. Yeah, that's for sure.
Hey.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Let's analyze this right now. Hold on.
Script time.
She lying. Okay, number one. Because the
What's
other
she
one,
lying
the
about?
other one was already tuning up. Okay, she don't know about no damn script. Look, watch the other one. Watch the right side. The one on the right.
Afro puffs.
That's the one that's really gonna be in trouble. The one on the right. Okay, but watch what she do when the girl say script time.
Script time. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
She didn't have to do all of
They
that.
got me them rocking their heads.
You know what I'm saying? And
Afro
that's why,
puff.
and that's why we keep it simple.
You're beautiful. You're smart. You're loved. This week will great. You got this. You're a badass. You can do this.
Okay, let's break that
All
one
right.
down.
Keep it
One,
simple.
we don't know if it's a girl or a boy.
God damn.
Child is naked.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Okay,
And
but one more time. Hold on.
Script time.
We don't know how much they cost. Okay. We don't know who knocked, we don't know
Man.
because we don't know because of her mouth who knocked out her tooth. Okay. We don't know what kind of grease was on there. Look at it.
Script time. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11 and 1.
Okay, now did we
Oh,
ever,
head shake.
did
you
we
know
ever-
what? That's the problem. Y'all
we ever-
cannot take educated women or
we-
girls.
Y'all.
Did we ever
Okay?
look up?
You
we
can't
ever
take
look up?
educated girls.
Did we ever look up Hebrews 11:1 and make sure that they was telling the truth?
Ooh.
You can do it now. You can pull it up on your phone.
I don't have a Bible.
Script time.
You must be their sister. Look at that, man. Hey, y'all. It's Dope Living TV Live. We out of here, y'all. We'll
All
see
right,
you
peace,
tomorrow.
man.
Peace.
Peace.